There's been a lot that's happened since the last time we talked to you guys. Last time the country was basically in full lockdown. All the highways were blocked, nobody had any fuel, food was getting short, there were protests all over the place, and we were resorted to kind of some drastic measures to make sure that we had plenty of fresh produce. But now, the protests are over. Kinda. There's like hints that every single day they're gonna come back. We're kind of ready at any moment to just have no fuel again. But because we're self-reliant here on Lola's farm with our own electricity, our own water from the rain like we're getting today, we're not super worried about it. We're stocked up on fuel, we're ready to go, and we're ready to get a roof on this bathroom.
So there is a really, really, really good chance by the end of this video we are gonna have this roof enclosed on this bathroom, which means no amount of rain, no amount of bajareke is gonna stop us from continuing the construction with this thing. That looks pretty good right there. No, it's perfect, honey. Yeah? Yeah.
Got it. We're going to be putting a piece of channel all the way around the outside of the roof. Not only does this make this roof a lot stronger and kind of tie all those carrioles together, but it also just looks a lot better.
Mom, chicka chicka mom, 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 chicka chicka mom, 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 chicka chicka mom, 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 chicka chicka mom, 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 chicka chicka mom, 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 mom.
What are you doing, honey?
I'm so overtired today, it doesn't make sense. And just a little Sadie sleeping update for any of you guys who have any care in the world. She's not sleeping through the night. And she's almost coming up to 1 year. So another really big change that has recently happened around here that a lot of you guys might be like, oh my gosh, why did they do that? What the heck? Is we recently connected to the grid. But we're gonna tell you guys a little bit more about that later on in this video. Right now, it is time to get some work done.
Alright, we got one side down, now we're moving to the other side. Alright, I'm pooping my pants up here. Probably like 20 feet off the ground. These guys are making fun of me because I'm scared up here. They're like taking videos of me and sending it to all their friends.
Agua de coco, para ti.
We gotta stay hydrated for this day. We got 2 sides down and 2 more to go. We're flying right along, but I really want to get this roof on because this dry weather isn't gonna last forever.
So at this point, we're putting in the side pieces here now, and we really wanted to fit in just like a puzzle. We wanted to fit in perfectly. Jordan and I were just saying how we feel like now, with the experience that we've had building the workshop, working on Rodrigo's house and all the other little projects we've done here, as we're working, we can kind of sense how to do things a little bit better to save our butts in the future. Because sometimes before we would make mistakes and we weren't realizing we were making those mistakes as we were doing them, and then later on we were like, dang it, we should have done this. But now we're kind of catching all of those minor little details that we definitely weren't aware of before.
You're scared, aren't you?
Huh?
You're scared, aren't you?
I might only be able to go to here and then have them do the rest.
You've been giving me all this crap all day, sweetie, and you're just as scared as I was.
I'm just as scared. It's true. 384.8, honey.
384.8?
384.8. Drop it. Hey, drop it. Drop it. Good girl.
And this is it. This is the 4th and final beam. And after this, all the beams for the roof are finished. That's a lot of progress. All the beams are in place. Now we just need to grind the metal. Man, it's crazy how it goes from a beautiful sunny day to a rainy day so quick. I mean, look over here. Look at how thick the fog came in. It was like crystal clear blue skies 15 minutes ago. And it's gonna be crystal clear blue skies again in 15 minutes. We were kind of just scrambling to clean everything up. And unfortunately, we did have a fresh coat of paint on up there. So tomorrow I think we'll have to go around, just touch up a little bit of the paint. I am unloading our old solar system that we've been using for all of our electricity for about 3 years now. There is our old solar system, all packed away. And if you're wondering, did you pack this all away because you connected to the grid? The answer is no, and if you don't believe me, I'll show you in a sec, but let me just show you this first. These guys just came the other day. They put this big thing in, this wire, and we had to have this little tower built. And this feels very, very strange having this all connected because Kaylee and I have lived off-grid without electricity since 2017, so 5 years now. And being connected to the grid for the first time is very strange, but it doesn't really change that much because we're not gonna use it. And if you don't believe me, let me show you why. This box is our brand new solar system. This is the Lycan 5000 from Renogy. This video isn't sponsored by Renogy, just so you know. Full disclosure, they aren't paying me to say any of this, but they did give me the Lycan 5000 at a discount. There's a few things about this that I was really excited about. Number one being, really everything you need is in the box other than the solar panels. So you have the batteries in here, you have the charge controller in here, you have the inverter in here, all the fuses, the correct wiring, the terminals, everything. Another reason why I really wanted this thing is it's just gonna be so easy to set up, and I bet I can do it in less than 5 minutes. I'm just gonna take these panels from my solar panels and plug them in here. And then I'm gonna take this cable and plug it in here. And then I'm just gonna turn on the solar, close this back up. And it's downpouring, it's lightning, and the thing is I can hang out with this here because it's waterproof. This box is waterproof. I could leave this out here in the rain if I wanted to. And with the amount of rain that we get here, with over 200 inches of year, with it being 99% humidity almost all the time, having our whole solar system in a waterproof box is the best thing ever. Every solar system that I've installed has been a matter of days. But this one, man, that was so easy. Turn on those lights, sweetie. Let's fire this up. 3, 2, 1. Nice. That was easy, dude.
That's amazing, honey.
So you might be wondering, why did you connect to the grid? Why'd you put in all that effort? And it's because we didn't have to put any effort. We had an architect here that owed us a favor, and the way you connect to the grid here is, it's kind of political. It's kind of all about who you know. I guess that's the same thing in the States. But here it's a little bit more to an extreme, I would say. In the back of our minds was like, man, we're technically not off grid anymore if we connect. I don't know if this is a good idea. The other thought was like, why wouldn't we? It made the value of this land go up so much more, and we also have an emergency backup. So while we are still living off of the sun, in the wind, are we technically off grid anymore? No. I think so much more about living off grid is the mental. It's just knowing that you're relying on this inverter, you're relying on these batteries for all your electricity, and if it goes out and if something breaks, you just gotta live with that. And we don't really have that mental struggle anymore. Worst case scenario, we can use the electricity from the road, but we're not planning to, because why would we pay for electricity if we don't need to? Which waterfall are you going to?
Just the little one that I took a shower in. That was her.
She just saw the cows and now she's mooing at them. Moo! A moo moo! All right, after today, we will not be victims of the weather anymore. Once we get these roof panels screwed down, nothing can stop us. We can keep working day and night. That's what I'm most excited about.
My mom was FaceTiming me the other day. She goes, so what are you guys working on? I said, oh, you know, we're still working on the bathroom. She goes, you're still working on the bathroom? She's like, come on. It's starting to get a little boring over here. You guys gotta pick up the pace. Honey, I just want you to know I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, you're making fun of me.
I'm not. Genuinely, when I see you up there doing your thing, I'm just like, wow, look at this man just overcoming his fears. But then I remember he's wearing a harness, so. Genuinely though, I am so incredibly grateful that Jordan is wearing this thing, because Iberto and Enrique, they climb up on this thing and we tell them, we're like, bros, you gotta use the harness, man. You gotta use the harness. And they're just like, no, 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 no.
In Panama, roofs are a little bit different because it doesn't get cold here. The temperature is always between 60 and 80. So you're really just trying to do two things with roof insulation. You're trying to reduce the amount of noise from all the rain, and you're also trying to regulate the temperature and the difference between the outside and the inside, because you do get a lot of condensation. So this insulation helps with both of those things, but it is way more simple than doing a roof in the States.
We're kind of being extreme sticklers over here with getting this first panel on just right, because if it's off even just like a millimeter, it's gonna make things much more difficult when we get to the end here, because then it's gonna be all crooked. So we're trying to make it as square as we possibly can.
This whole time it kind of just feels like you could just slide right off.
Yeah, please don't do that.
I'm just screwing all the screws down for the roof. This is a tedious job, and you have to be really careful because you're putting holes in a roof. And anytime you're doing that, there's always a potential for a leak. Just been taking these self-tapping screws, putting them in as best as I can. So far, so good.
What are you doing up there?
Uh-oh.
Didn't go through.
You're already halfway. Come on, this is going on Enrique's TikTok.
He's not even filming me. Look at it, I'm a cheerleader over here. Despacito. Despacito. So Iberto and Enrique, they're just using the chalk line now to make a clean line here, because we're actually going to cut the whole exterior of the roof to make a super clean cut. Honey, you okay?
I'm done.
Adios. We did it! We built a roof!
Yeah!
Woo! Our poopa's got a roof!
I'm tired.
Honey, you absolutely crushed it. There are so many screws in this roof. This thing is not going anywhere.
It's so hot, dude, because it reflects off the roof. I'm gonna be sunburned like a lobster.